Ugh. Hello? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to another, whatever the hell this is. My public speaking practice, I guess. This time, it's in the morning. I don't know if you guys are as privy to it, but it's daytime today. The window. Sorry, the window kind of gives it away. I'm actually very prepared right now. I feel like I clicked the record button a little bit too early, but I'm not going to do that again. So you're just going to have to sit over here while I once again bless my pipes for the forthcoming entertainment. That hurt quite a bit, actually. Once again, welcome back. Hello. Today I have a few different topics prepared. Last time I kind of wrote them all down last minute. This time I did the same thing. Oh, and this time I'm missing like 2 televisions. I'm not quite sure what I did to mess up the setup, but you guys only get to watch everything everywhere all at once, and the back of my head right there. I don't know if I can. How do I? That's me. And I'm blocking the mailer. Poor setup. We'll keep working on it. It's episode 2 of whatever. I have been extremely gassy lately. Not to put myself on blast out there, I guess I am, but I don't know, I feel like maybe there's been an excess of calcium in the food sources lately. My food sources haven't changed. Last night I had Whataburger. Yeah, that'll do it. Anyway, my first topic today is neighbors. I feel like the other day I was at work and we had a few workplace issues arise. Nothing beyond the ordinary, just, bookkeeping, everybody upset at everybody, whatever it may be. People not doing their jobs, people doing too much of their jobs and overstepping perhaps. But I felt like a lot of the solutions were usually met with a 45, not even 45 seconds, a 425. Shout out 425. Oh, I started talking too much. I started trying to talk through a breath. That was a bad idea. Or a burp, sorry. You should always talk through a breath. But yeah, I was at work. My coworkers were all nippy at each other, and I was, nippy at the world. I tend to get nippy at everybody, not just one. Oh, my socks are mismatched today. I tend to get nippy at the world, not just person in specific. But on this particular day, my nose was stuck in those dishes. I was pretending to do all sorts of things I've never done before, just to make sure that nobody looked at me. Trying to keep my. If you look busy, you are busy, and if you are busy, I'm not going to disturb you. Are you busy right now? That's where I was trying to stay busy with the dishes, moving around. But amongst my thought process, I was reminded of a conversation I had with my good friend Sam. Sam, that's all you'll know about him. My good friend Sam, and how we spoke once about kind of, I don't remember what the exact beginning point was, but where we ended up was, do you think a revolution can get started in a living room? I think it was around the time of a certain podcaster's death, and and we were kind of trying to gauge the situation of everything. We're trying to figure out what's what. Is this really going to matter? Where 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 do we see this trending? I don't think anybody could have guessed AI Charlie Kirk slop would have been the result of it, but at the time we were kind of, is this kind of it? Is this the canary? Is this the dagger of the sorts? And it felt like we couldn't really gauge it. I was of the argument that this could be something big. This could be something large. But I think what really it's going to take for anything large to happen, not just a revolution of sorts, is I believe if you want to see any change, you just got to talk to your neighbor. That's kind of the political answer, the politician's answer. I might have stole this answer from Obama in '08, '09, or whenever. Take your pick. But I do think if you ever want to see any semblance of a change at a national scale, I think the first step is having the difficult conversations with your parents and aunts and uncles and all the people that you think about at Thanksgiving who you're not too close to. And I think that if you kind of let them, I think we're just kind of letting them. We often find it way too easy to just sort of let them chew off their own leg, sort of say, We let them, we picture ourselves, we picture the future and we go, okay, well, I could sit here and argue with my uncle for, what's, for a hyperbolic, for an extremely extended period of time. And we could go back and forth on whatever, trans, guns, really, football, take your pick. I actually think that this doesn't apply to football. I think my analogy dies once you get into that. So we'll stick to the strictly political, actually. Gun rights, all that. I think we kind of avoid those conversations with the difficult uncle because we kind of in our head imagine that they're never going to change them, and they might never change. Maybe I'm picturing too hopeful a future where the uncles see their wrongdoing that they've been doing wrong their whole life. But I like to think that if I were to sit down in front of anybody, we could reach an understanding. And I don't think you can do that through the magic crystal of a television, caught through the magic crystal of a camera and whatever happens in between. Sorry. I need to get better at doing that. Check, check, check. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see my little green line at the bottom of the microphone. It was scaring me. Hello, 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 hello. I was boring myself. Politics. Back to me being gassy. I feel like it's just been kind of a terrible problem lately. I don't know. That was a terrible attempt at a segue into a joke. But I think... What do I think? Let me finish that thought. I think we need to have hard conversations with our neighbors. I think we need to stop ignoring it. We need to leave the Thanksgiving culture behind of everybody picking a fight. Maybe that's just the only time we see each other, and that's why it springs up every fall. But I think there's something of value to be had in I don't know. For my background here, I grew up on Tumblr and regrettably iFunny. I do have a giant badge of shame that I can't take off. But I grew up on iFunny, I grew up on Tumblr, but more specifically I grew up in the comment sections of both of those a lot. I would almost try and go out of my way to find people who disagreed with me. And just so I could debate them, just so I could have a different perspective. And I don't think I ever really... I think to say that I was looking for a different perspective is to be a little facetious. I don't think I was looking for a different perspective. I think in reality, I just kind of wanted to assert myself. And I think that's what we end up doing a lot. Excuse me, the pollen's reaching me through the glass here. I got a little bit of a scratchy throat today. I don't know if you guys have seen Everything Everywhere at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once. The A24 movie. This is about to be the action scene where somebody ends with a butt plug up their ass. I mean, I guess saying that kind of felt a little obvious, but it's an award that looks like a butt plug. And it's a great movie. Teaches us the importance of family, love, possibilities. Quite endless. Not too dissimilar to what I'm saying here. The movie kind of revolves around. Oh, it's kind of focusing on there for me. Thank you for a brief moment, production. It quite focuses on a Chinese. Ooh, I said that very bold. I believe they're Chinese. On the Asian American life of this family who just won't talk about it. She's got a gay daughter. And that's just not something you can really ignore. She's gay. She's going to bring somebody home that might be different to someone that you imagined yourself meeting one day. And you got to realize these are all your imaginations. These are all figments. Nothing tangible yet. Tangential would be different. What we got? Speaking of tangentially connected, I do think in the similar conversation of difficult conversation, in the similar topic, on the similar topic of difficult conversation, Kanye Omari West, Ye West. I think it's just Ye actually. I don't think he's actually Ye West, but he dropped Bully. I didn't think he would. Not for any particular reason. I just kind of thought that he would have been done making music by now. I can still imagine a hot summer's day. It's 2021, 2022 perhaps. Working construction. My two shit-ass white friends. We're holding each other. We're in this house in Hot Springs, Arkansas, doing jack shit. We're mainly playing Clash Royale with each other, kind of, shooting the shit. I think eventually we did just start playing hide and seek with a gun. We went to Bass Pro Shop and bought ourselves a BB gun, and we would fire at each other point blank. It was fun. I got paid like $500 for that. Chump change now, but you gotta take what you can get where you can. And in this 2021 construction site in Hot Springs, Arkansas, with my two shit-ass white friends, we were heavily anticipating the great triumphant return of the now desecrated? Would that be an appropriate term? Desecrated rapper Kanye West, who at this point has... I mean, we always knew Kanye was off the deep end, not to give everybody the long pyramid, the long iceberg of it all, but we always knew Kanye was off the deep end. But I feel like after the George Floyd comments he had over COVID, I feel like everyone kind of clicked it together in the zeitgeist of it all. Before then, I think it was just like a general, oh, he crazy about it. Everybody had seen the AMA country. Oh, that wasn't it. What was it? America. Oh, it was the MTV Music Awards with Taylor Swift and Beyonce. That was for single ladies and Taylor Swift. I don't remember what song it was. You Belong With Me, with the signs that they had, which was Taylor Swift might have been the most Tumblr-coded celebrity for a little bit. But I think to say that about her now would be a whole separate statement, and she's not the same person. So I'll just put that sentence out there onto the internet so that somebody can dissect and chew on it. But I felt that around the time that Kanye West made his George Floyd comments, he was sort of getting more and more into the... that was kind of when the general consensus became, oh, he's like actually racist. He's like, oh, he crazy, but to a to a global extent. Everybody, there's a general disdain for him now. Before it was kind of like, oh, he crazy, but I don't really know that much about him. I like gold digger. She take my money. But since then, it's kind of been a very heavy downwards trajectory. Now, I'll take you. Now that's kind of where we are in that. Okay. Now, having said what I said, this is 2026. Now we know. Now he's done Vultures. Now he's done Vultures 2. Let's go back to 2020. 2021, actually. We are heavily, and I mean heavily, anticipating Donda. Not because, well, mostly in spite of what he has said. I feel like at the time, I was a very naive, was it 2021, 19-year-old? I was a very naive very naive 19-year-old. We'd kind of gone back and forth on my own political beliefs a little bit at this point. I almost went down the pipeline, but that's neither here nor there for myself. A little bit. Kanye's being spoken of. He might be the new pipeline. But at the time, I was almost certain that I was very much so on the train of, oh no, Kanye, this isn't you, Kanye, please. And it didn't really seem that, like, that many people. It didn't seem like everybody was mad at him. Maybe it was just people. I saw him. Okay. This is a very difficult conversation. I've had a lot of ex-girlfriends upset at me and my passion for Kanye. But I see him a failure of the system. I mean, this is once again the difficult conversations, and then it goes case to case, and you can say that Kanye himself like omitted a lot of help and shoved away people that maybe he shouldn't have and brought in people that he shouldn't have into his life. But it was just kind of like, I personally, feel heavily accountable for what happened to Kanye. Not in like I drove him crazy or like I ripple effect sent something on his timeline, whatever. Not that. I think it was more so the thought process that Kanye West is a sick man. He is sick. Not in like an evil way, not in like he's bad. I see him ill. I see him in need of help. And I don't think I'm the only one. But I think it's a lot more commonplace in the modern conversation to just see him another. See him someone else. See him the problem. And just kind of stack everything else on top of him as well. Kind of add to the wave of hate that he believes he's already getting. He believes him a genius. He believes himself to be the music. He believes himself Jesus. But like Jesus did, like God did, like God does, there are people who will hate you just for the mentioning of the letters of your name. No matter what you say before or after, the mentioning soul alone will dictate a lot of public opinion. And I'm not calling Kanye Jesus. I'm saying they have that in common. I'm saying that there's a genre of person who sees Kanye West written on a written, and that kind of is enough to set them off, and they're kind of like, well, I'm done with this now. He's a bigot. He's this. He's that. And I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying that if you are that, we're just shoving you further away. And that's
if that's already where you think you are, if you already think you're being ostracized by the world, becoming it kind of ends up becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. The media cover, and I think it's quite sad. I think Kanye deserved better. I think Kanye went crazy as a result of a lot of negative attention at him. Did he deserve it? Yes, of course. The George Floyd thing was insane. Did he say anything about George Floyd? Am I making that up? I know he said the slavery was a choice. That was crazy. I think that was around the time of Black Lives Matter. And I think that kind of, yeah. As you can see, the lines get a little muggy for me, but I think the emotion of everything still resides. I don't have receipts, but it's a general thought process. So what's the solution? I don't know. I think we might have to let. I don't think we have to. I think it's dangerous to say we have to let people like Kanye be. He is a world superstar. Like, he is mega giga famous. He will never. He's up there with the Jay-Z's at this point. With the Beyoncés. Ooh. Yeah, he is. Sorry, I had to think about that if I agreed with my own sentence for a moment. But yeah, I think he's been here long enough, and I don't think we can ignore him. I don't think pushing the problem aside is sort of the solution. But I think we have to be more. I don't know, because the public criticism is all he got. I can't say we have to have a. I don't know. I think need to. I think we need to. I think the conversations that we could have had surrounding Kanye could have been detached from him a little bit more. I get he's the one saying it, but I think if we can battle the idea, we can then have a conversation. I think we end up battling the person immediately way too soon. Let's chew on what they said. Do they have a point? Maybe they don't. Maybe they're just stupid, but maybe the person yelling that the sky is red over and over again. Maybe we don't have to yell at him and go, "Shut up." Maybe we can, take a glance and go, "Nah, man, still blue." And maybe he'll feel heard. Maybe Kanye never felt heard. I think I've been lingering on. I think I'm losing Kanye a little bit here. I think I'm becoming a little comfortable speaking to the royal Kanye. So I think we're going to move on. But I think that's something that I wanted to chew on a little bit myself. And that's what this is. This is an exercise of chewing and masticating and throwing it out at the same time. Trying to keep a conversation flowing. What we got now? 2021 in general. I felt it. It felt a crazy year. I definitely was out and about a little bit earlier than I had much business doing. So I think maybe I should have stayed home a little bit more. But it was a fun year. Donda dropped. I believe. I keep saying this. I can't. I believe it was 2021. There's a lot of ads surrounding Donda. Ooh, you saw that? Ooh. My next topic is advertisements. You thought I was out of dick, bitch? I'm giving you balls. I wrote that. The day after the last episode, I thought about that at work. I thought about recording a second episode immediately, and I went, "You thought I was out of dick, bitch? I'm giving you balls." And I mean, and I say bitch in like a loving way. Bitch, I'm giving you balls. I feel like, what the fuck? Why did I write advertisements? I don't have like anything to say about them. Oh, Roku City, bro. I was over at my friend's place the other day, and the fucking Roku City pissed me off because there was more ads. I don't know if you guys are M2AF listeners, but that was the thing that they were talking about, so I think I noticed it more. But Roku City got ads, bro. They got billboards in the city. I thought we were in paradise. What the fuck is happening now? What's happening? This is the somebody did a Tucker Carlson impression, and I've been thinking about that for a couple weeks. What are we doing here? What are we doing? But yeah, there's ads in Roku City now, and they got you staring at the damn billboards when it's going past your screen. You can click play to watch now. Who the fuck is gonna click play now? Click play. I'm here to watch. I'm trying to beat, bro. I'm mid stroke and they're advertising the big arch to me. Like, bro, I know. But I think that's what we're getting at. I think in my lifetime I'm gonna keep going. Oh, there's an ad on this now? I think over and over again at several points in my life. Can you? I don't know how tight the shot is over there, but my recording setup right now is just my phone on a shoe and a chair. With a packet of Scotch tape holding me down. What are we doing here? But yeah, I think throughout my life I'm just gonna continue to see more and more ads everywhere. I think we're gonna see there's ads in mirrors now. I saw that on TikTok the other day. I don't have TikTok. I use Reels, but I think I saw a reel of it. So it feels worse in the mouth. Feels worse on the tongue. And I think it's just gonna continue to be like that. I think it's gonna go, wow. My vape the smoke is an ad. I say that. I don't know. I think I think we're gonna run out of room eventually. I think we're gonna have to start instilling like guidelines to where we can and cannot go. For ads, that is. What's not allowed? Can I get a company to pay me to like have my entire house be an ad? Can I live in an ad? There's those people that drive the cars that have like Allstate or whatever on the side. Then you go to Chicago or any bigger city, and there will actually just be cars that drive with billboards on them. A portable billboard. It'll look like it'll just be like a little K truck with a fucking like 9 foot by 7 foot LED screen going that just is like Addison Rae in town or whatever. And I don't know. I think I'm very much a hypocrite here in the term that when it's like music or art or really anything, I think I'm very hopeful for it. But if it's food, if it's hotels, if it's airlines, I feel like there's just so few things that I really want to see an advertisement for. I think for art, I'm fine. I think we should always support art. But like, there should be a limit. I don't know how you limit it. There should be a limit on how many times I can personally see an ad, you know? How do you police that? I think there should be a limit, like, oh, we've sent like, I don't know. I think in my head I'm imagining this giant conglomerate who owns my attention. And that they're just going, okay, McDonald's, you get 25, and then it all gets, you know, Papa John's get 15, Tabasco gets 12, and we just kind of go down the line. But I don't think it's like that. I think that's a very idealized version. I think that it's more so a ravaging for it. I think all these companies are kind of trying to claw out my skin and try and crawl into my eyeballs and point them in the right direction. But regardless, it's being sold. That's one of those things. You can do a lot of things, but you can't sell your information. Other people can. You can't just go tell a business, hey, I'm blank, 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 and blank. Give me $20 just for thinking about buying your item. But if you're mathematically prone to think about a certain product, ooh, man, your information gets sold fast as hell. And I find that a problem. It feels like we're being sold without our consent. It feels like our information is being sent out to the radio waves with no real like purchasing power on our end. I guess the purchasing power comes from us eventually spending our money. But then I feel like advertisements are kind of skewing the leaderboard here a little bit. I think the advertisements kind of got an upper hand because I can't decide to not see an advertisement. It's there. It popped up. I wish I could unsee it. Like I can return an item. I can't return my attention to myself. The time has been taken up. Time is money. Maybe that's where they got it from. I don't know. Time is money, and I think that's kind of why the thrift is dying. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm stalling going. You can see the weather's not the best. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's sprinkling a bit. I'm kind of waiting for it to subside and also trying to avoid any semblance of productivity, probably. What are we at? 11:24. I think we're like 30 minutes. I'm not too quite sure when I started this, but we all become crabs, man. All the crabs we're gonna get eaten alive. Ooh, shiny colors. You guys missed it, or maybe you didn't. You can go back and watch me watch it. But the Everything Everywhere All at Once is having one of the cool scenes from the movie. I think I was blocking it with my big ass head. Anyway, this is gonna get me in trouble at some point, but I'm really gonna enjoy not caring about it until I have to. But we're all crabs, man, and this is kind of where we're supposed to be, you know. Picking at the bottoms of everything, trying to make the most of it. We'll be a big crab. Maybe some of us are bigger crabs than others. Some of us are the big crab in charge. But I don't think anybody watching this is a shark. Type in the comments if you're a shark. But I think we're crabs. I think that's gonna be kind of like in the same comment that capitalism is ending. I wish it was ending. And the same idea that like our owning of our attention is ending. I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. Ooh, I'm running out of topics. Guys, the next topic that I have written down is endgame capitalism. And I don't really have I think that kind of tied into what I was thinking about advertisements. But then this goes into dead thrift. I think the thrift's been dead. I don't know if you guys can tell by my wardrobe. That that painting, my general demeanor, a lot of things. But I think for the most part, I think I try to make it pretty obvious that I love thrifting, and it's been kind of a rough find these past couple months. Maybe I haven't been looking as hard, but it's been kind of dead. I've been trying to find new articles of clothing, new T-shirts. I got a fun little quirky one today. It says, I think it's like it shows the process of critical thinking. Yeah, thinking critically, study and observe, and whatnot. But it's all sheen. It's all plastic. It's all polyester. It's all acrylic. I don't know if acrylic is necessary. I don't even know that much about acrylic as a fabric. Is that just plastic before we knew what else to call it? But yeah, the thrift's been dead. I've been trying to pump some life into it. I feel like it's not. I'm seeing a lot more old people at the thrift, and I kind of like that. But the material itself hasn't been that good anymore. Not as much youth. Or maybe I'm just going to the bumfuck ones where everybody's fat and ugly and nobody likes me. I don't know what this says, but it says something about bored with music, bro. One day I'm gonna get good at writing. But yeah, I got a few more recommendations for y'all this week. I definitely scrapped them together harder than I did last time. But I got Que Será by Willie Colon. Rest in peace to the great, but very salsa merengue song. It's Que Será. It's OHQUESERA, and it's very bouncy, salsa-y. It's from Cuba. Que será, and it's just very I don't know, I like it. I've been trying to get more into Latin music, especially in how trying these times have been. But I feel like it's been very. I'm a big jungle fan, and I think I'm ending up with jungle being my main connection to salsa, where it's the same repetitiveness, but it's kind of in the small intricacies of the repetitiveness, in which a lot of the enjoyment of the music can be found. And I think that's something I struggle with salsa and like a lot of other more rhythmic dance music when I was in my youth. But I think I'm trying to come back around to it. I think Willie Colon. I feel like I have to say it with such an accent. Well, there is an accent mark over the O, so don't fuck it up. But I feel like I have to say it with a lot more gusto behind my breath in order to get it correct. But yeah, Que Será. Please look into it. A wonderful salsa song. We got Seabird by the Isolations. Very acoustic. This one's a very popular song. I've been listening. I think my relationship with music has been one of a lot of backward seeking. I kind of have to have the modern version of it in order to kind of make it my own and then go back and enjoy whatever the classic was, you know? I enjoyed Clairo's 2025 4 album Charm so much that it made me go back and kind of give the Carpenters a new look with the fresh coat of paint, the charm, because now I can see like, where this is, it's, you know, you get to piece the musical puzzle pieces together, and in a way that maybe I missed out on a lot. I wasn't a big Carpenters listen, so I think we all know. I'm on top of the world. Whatever. I'll let her sing it. But we all know the big hits for the Carpenters, but I feel like not having the connection to it, it didn't draw as much attention to me. Clairo stating the Carpenters for a big inspiration for Charm, along with Seabird by the Isolations. Old, more soulful. I don't know what the word is, but the more like singer-songwritery, I don't think that's it either, but acoustic, older music sounding. I think that's it's been fun to kind of piece it backwards. Have to find like Cameron Winter and MJ Lenderman, so then that I can enjoy Leonard Cohen, you know? The backwards bridge building. Well, and just to leave you all off on one more recommendation, Since I Left You by the Avalanches. Just a fun instrumental. I don't know what I'd call that. Very fun. Oh, maybe it's not an instrumental, but it feels like very sampley. Very triumphant sounding music. Very happy. I think that's all I got for y'all today. This one feels a little bit shorter than the last one. I could be wrong. I don't know how long I've been giving y'all game, but my voice is running hoarse. and this pollen's killing me. Y'all take care. Have a safe spring.